Hey guys, I'm Tiffany and you found me on the Wise Guys channel. It's Friday, so we're doing Free Tarot Friday readings where we go Aries all the way through Pisces. So everybody in the zodiac gets a sample reading for what to expect for the weekend ahead. It's just fun, it's just tarot cards. Today I'm using the Tarot of Mystical Moments that my friend Shelly gifted me. Thank you again. I really have enjoyed it and I think other people have bought this deck because of it. So cool what can happen when you gift your tarot decks to people, right? They say that you're supposed to receive your first deck as a gift. And so there's some magic to that. And I always like getting new decks, but I really only use a few, right? So that's just me. All right, let's clear the deck for Aries and see what the cards have to say. Do I have any housekeeping to do? The Rune Rebellion workshop is coming up on November 10th. The Eclipse workshop is coming up on December 1st with our friend Celeste. Runes is being taught by Annalise. And I want to give everybody the big heads up about the November 19th eclipse. It's happening in 27 degrees Taurus. And would you know that I have 3 people with a sun or a moon in 27 degrees of Taurus in my practice right now? 3. That seems like a lot. Like this, there's a lot of other degrees, right? 360. So there's this huge solar lunar eclipse that's happening on the 19th. Look at where 27 degrees Taurus is in your chart and get an idea of what's coming. You can't really predict exactly, but you can get a peace of mind about what's changing, what's coming unearthed. I have a frog in my throat because I was just laughing so hard with Leisha on the phone. we were just really cracking up. She is teaching the Human Design course, which is in our membership. So if you're not part of the membership already, please join. It's $22. I do Astro Tarot readings just like this, but I use 3 decks and I give you an overview of the whole month. In addition, we have a course that's taught by one of our intuitives, and a new moon meditation and other goodies that you get just by logging into your space on the website. I was trying to stall with some housekeeping because there's like a leaf blower, but I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I'm just going to go forward with the reading. All right, let's clear for Aries. What is it that our Aries need to hear for clarity this weekend? Some guidance, some simple information, some quick hits of wisdom that helps them feel seen and heard and understood by the unseen world. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is great news, Aries, because you know, the Ten of Pentacles, this is one of the cards that everybody wants to get. This is the card of wealth, abundance, that things are going okay. This is the happy home, and this is where things feel stable and solid and abundant. Money's coming in. And with this King of Cups right next to it, it also feels like emotional fulfillment, right? And so I would just give you this mantra: all is well in my kingdom. You know, all is well in my kingdom, right? Aries, all is well in my kingdom. All right, so let's clear now for Taurus. Let's clear now for Taurus. If it's not well, if that doesn't resonate, wait around and listen for your moon sign and your rising sign. Let's just close our eyes, take a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, reaching out into the field of infinite wisdom, unconditional love, where all things are possible. Just clearing for our Taurus friends. What do they need to hear? We've got a Page of Wands reversed and a Hierophant reversed. All right, so this can be kind of when you're putting all your eggs in the wrong basket. You know what I mean? This is like putting too much of your hope into something that may or may not pan out, and it starts to like destabilize you in a way. And so we're trying to look for some action you can take that actually feels a little bit more grounded. You know what I mean? So what would be a little bit more grounded for you this weekend, Taurus? All right, let's clear now for Gemini. What is it our Gemini friends need to hear? Just clearing for Gemini. What is it that the Tarot guides want our Gemini friends to hear? Okay. All right, we got the Seven of Cups coupled with Judgment. All right, Gemini, the Seven of Cups is when we've got a lot of options out there. This is the gift of options, but it's also the challenge of analysis paralysis. And so sometimes you can overextend yourself. This is like, the Judgment card reminds me to, like, what's fair for you? You know, what feels like you're able to be happy with the decisions that you've made. Like, don't overextend yourself on behalf of somebody who's not going to appreciate you, and then you look back and get that bitter taste of resentment in your mouth. This is a card of picking options that feel fulfilling, so that at the end of the day, at the end of your life, when you're standing in a place of judgment, quote unquote, that you can look back and feel karmically clear, correct, and full, right? So really using discernment in your choices this weekend, Gemini. All right, clearing for Cancer. What do our Cancer friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? I've done so many readings this morning. I feel like I'm on like auto tarot download, land. All right, let's clear for Cancer. What do our Cancers need to hear this weekend? I don't know. There's a thing that says action needed. I think we're okay, guys. All right, clearing for our Cancers. Okay, you get the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful card, right? And the Magician. All right, so this is a reminder that you have tools, and it's time to use them differently. Change your strategy, change the way that you're living your day-to-day life, make some small adjustments, like get to the gym, talk to people differently, do something different to get a different result. It looks like you're ready for a change, or do some kind of magical self-growth, self-improvement thing, and it's going to require that you do something different. So you're just making a subtle or big adjustment to the way that you do things in your day-to-day life, the way that you're communicating, the way that you're operating your schedule. Just make some shifts, it looks like. All right, clearing now for Leo. I love to hear from you in the comments if any of this resonates or doesn't. I love to hear about what's going on in your lives. I also used it as a moment to pray for you, honestly. So I'll always, when somebody makes a comment, I send you a little heart burst, a little love beam, a little visual, magical energy, because it means a lot. You paused and you chimed in, and you're in the self-inquiry path, right? All right, let's clear for our Leos. What do our Leos need to hear for the weekend ahead? We got a 9 of Wands and an 8 of Wands reversed. All right, so this is like a long, slow death. You know what I mean? This is like, it's not happening very fast. It feels like I've got to do all the things. Like I've got to be, writing in my journal and writing my dream diary and fulfilling my life goals and doing the 9 to 5 and doing the grind and picking up the kids and all of the things that go with it. It just feels like you're getting a sense that it's too much, or there's not enough time in the day, there's not enough hours in the day, that a sense that the day goes by too quickly. And so these two cards, I would say this weekend, what can you put down and delegate, and where can you just pause and look at what's in front of you and just be happy in the moment and not feel this sense of urgency or the sense that life is slipping away, or that things aren't, that the timing is wrong. The timing's not wrong. The only thing that could possibly be, I guess, incorrect would be your relationship to that, right? So if you're feeling that 9 of Swords heavy, or 9 of Wands heaviness, what can you put down? What wasn't yours to pick up in the first place that you picked up? Where can you help people be more on their own 2 feet so that you can have carve a little bit more time out for yourself, right? So this is a positive reading. I hope you're catching that vibe. I hope the message it transmits, so to speak. Let's clear the deck for Virgos. What do our Virgos need to hear? Maybe we'll do an HD round of these where we do like tarot for each aura type. What do you guys think about that? Would that be fun? Like, here's a reading for the projectors and the manifestors and the MGs and the reflectors. Would that be kind of fun? Getting creative. All right, let's clear for Virgo. What do our Virgo friends need to hear? Some special advice or guidance for this weekend. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. All right. That leaf blower is driving me nuts. Do you get that? Can we tell them collectively to stop? The 3 of Swords, this is a broken heart, Virgo. This is overcoming something that, is just kind of painful, or it's in your face to deal with. But yet, here we have the 9 of Pentacles too, which is about refinement, about enjoying the finer things of life, about feeling like almost privileged to be even able to have these deep emotional experiences that bring out depth of character, that bring out perseverance and compassion. This like Nine of Pentacles that enjoys the finer things in life. This might be a moment when you get to go enjoy like a really sad drama or opera or art display that conjures deep emotions. You know what I mean? This is an ability to enjoy luxury and an ability to see things artistically as opposed to like scrapping and getting by and just barely doing the thing. This doesn't look like hard work, but it also looks like some emotional depth going on that requires a bit of appreciation too. So you can play with that, Virgos, and let me know what you do with your weekend. Let's clear out. So it's like if you're planting a garden, you're not just doing a sustainability garden, you're not just doing it for sustenance, you're doing it because there's something exquisite and interesting and heirloom and ancient about the seeds you're planting. You know what I mean? All right, let's clear for Libra. I couldn't do the reading at any other time. This is just, the sound is what's happening. Sorry. Let's clear for Libra. What do our Libra friends need to hear today? Just getting the Libra symbol in my mind's eye. Asking for clarity and guidance. For anybody watching for Libras, I feel like they're leaf flowing at me. Do you feel like that? The Lovers reverse, the Knight of Cups reverse. All right, so we're having some deep emotions, Libra, and we're going to be navigating the waters of connection. How are you connected to other people? Are there some connections that feel a little bit upside down right now, that need some washing out, that need some cleansing? Is there a moment that you could use some of your relationships to be more creative, or you could pull from your relationship experience into your creativity? Those are some things that you could play with this weekend. All right, let's clear for our Scorpios. Clear for Scorpio. What do our Scorpio friends need to hear on this very windy and newly chilly October pre-Halloween day? Clearing for Scorpio. All right, here we go. We get the Justice card and the Chariot. So things are moving forward. They can only move forward if they feel really, really fair and balanced, and that things are clear and that everything's on the table, and then they're moving forward. That's good news, Scorpio. So just get it all out in the open. Make sure everything's like swept up and dusted, and all the nooks and crannies of your emotions have been experienced and felt and expressed appropriately, kindly. But make sure that things feel fair and balanced, and then you're free to move forward. This is a card of momentum, positivity, and clarity. Very good reading. I'll take it, right? And then let's look now for our Sagittarius friends. What do our Sagittarius need to hear for the weekend ahead? Some practical advice and guidance for the loyal, truth-seeking, adventure-having, foreign language learning, interesting Sagittarius. Okay. We get a Ten of Cups reversed here and a Six of Wands. All right. So it feels like there's something in your love life that feels like there's some sadness to it. You know, when the Ten of Cups is reversed, it is the Ten of Cups. It's still positive. Even the tarot teachers will say when it's reversed, it's still one of the best cards because it signifies that everlasting love. But there is some sadness around it. And the Six of Wands indicates, you know, it's okay to move forward too. So very similar to the Scorpio reading, as soon as you get through some of these emotional waves for clarity, you're going to be able to move forward in a new way that brings a lot of joy. See that hummingbird magic? And see that forward momentum that's with ease and grace? It doesn't feel so clunky and hard, right? So just get through some of your emotional feelings about your relationships, and then be ready to say yes and be ready to move forward. Positive reading. All right, let's clear for Capricorns. What is it that our Capricorns need to hear? Any Capricorns out there watching? This is for you. The sea goat, the magical, mythical creature. What is it that our Capricorns need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right. We get also the Ten of Cups reversed and the Four of Cups. So these are both kind of sad Capricorn. So I would suggest, you know, that there might be some moments throughout the weekend where you get a sense of like those tears bubble up, or you're in the yoga class and you didn't see it coming and all of a sudden you're crying in child's pose and you don't know what happened. This is a sense of detachment, so you might not really even know that there is a depth of feeling, hovering around. And then all of a sudden you have this big volcano moment where it's like, where did all those feelings come from? If you're feeling a little detached from your emotions, that's okay. Or if you need a break from your emotions, that's okay. But just know that they're not going to go away. So feelings buried alive never die, right? They're just still there. So this is maybe there's a time when you could do some exercises or journaling to process some things that you might not even be aware of, but maybe you'll get a little trigger or a little message or a little something that it's like, oh yeah, I still do feel that way, and I need to express some of that in a kind way so that I can move forward, right? Okay. After Capricorn comes Aquarius. All right, Aquarius friends, the water bearer, the bringers of truth and hope, where hope springs eternal, the connectors of the future, right? Aquarius, the networkers, the information seekers. All right, let's clear and see what they need to hear for the weekend ahead. We get a Two of Swords and a Six of Wands. All right, so there's been some difficult decisions that have probably been weighing you down. Some of the decisions don't even feel like they matter. And so I would just have you ask yourself, is what I'm thinking about, does it even matter? Do I even need to make this decision right now? Is it possible there's another outcome if I just put this down and give it to rest? Sometimes I just need to make a decision and move forward, and it's not necessarily the best decision. It's not necessarily in everybody's favor, but something has to be decided on, is what it feels like here. And as soon as you make that decision, then there's that freedom of relief, that like, oh, why didn't I do that sooner? That, oh, that's behind me now, thank God. You know what I mean? So give yourself that emotional freedom by going ahead, making the decisions, because the longer you wait, the mind is just going to keep chewing on it, and that's not really beneficial for a fun, happy, well-balanced, pleasurable, restorative weekend, right? All right, let's clear now for Pisces. The Pisces of the world, who are going through some very deep waters, right? So let's clear for Pisces. What do our Pisces friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just some good news, practical advice or guidance to help them navigate the waters of their life. Okay, we've got another Two of Swords and a Three of Cups. All right, this is navigating tricky relationship issues, isn't it? It's like tricky, there's too many cooks, and they all want to cook something different. That's not the right saying, but the idea is that this is a difficult decision when it comes to our significant relationships, and making sure that everybody's feeling seen, heard, understood. I don't think everybody's going to get what they want this weekend, and so it's like, where can we all have a little bit of compromise and let things pan out in the spirit of compromise, as opposed to one person getting their way, or bleeding all over, or taking too much time, or whatever the thing is. But it does look like it's a bit uncomfortable here. So the sooner you can get to clarity around it, the sooner you're going to feel emotional freedom from it, and the sooner everybody is going to be able to navigate these kind of nuances of relationships with more clarity, right? So navigating the nuances of your relationships with more clarity, changing some things up if you need to, and working with the art of compromise. I didn't know what that was, right? I grew up an only child. I didn't realize that was a thing until way later in life, right? So we all get to learn it, and we all get to have patience with each other, and we get to go at our own pace, right? All right, we're gonna get a universal card for everybody, something that we all needed to hear, just a little message that is universally relative. What would that be, Spirit? All right, just opening for some advice. We get the Hanged Man reverse. All right, so the Hanged Man like this is to change your perspective, to do nothing, to wait, to pause. And here it's like, nope, you've had enough of a pause. You're seeing clearly, and it's time to take the next right step. Not the next step right, just the next right step. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Happy Halloween. Stay safe out there. Get ready for this eclipse the best as you can. Join us for Rune's class. Join us for Eclipse class. I have 2 very special teachers coming. Join the membership, and you'll get your full month of November reading on the 1st, on the Day of the Dead. And you can get all that at wiseskiescollective.com. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend, and namaste.